Story. Story. That is what I want us to think about and talk about on this week's episode of Minutes with MinistaMike. Story. When you hear the word story, what comes to your mind? See, story is more than just a narrative. A story is a powerful tool that we use for connection, that we use for inspiration, and sometimes we use story to influence other people. Story. So, what is your story? This is the question I want you to ask yourself this week. What is your story? How are you telling your story? Who are you telling your stories to? What are you using your story for? You see, these questions are very important. For you to have a life of influence, for you to have a life of impact, you must be the one telling your story. You cannot leave your story to other people. You cannot even leave your story to chance. You must be the one that writes your own story. You must be the one that directs your own movie. You must be the one that communicates your own story. It's important for you to write and, if possible, rewrite your own story. See, these are the few points that I want you to take away this week. There is a power of personal narrative. The way you tell your story is going to determine how people will see you. It's going to determine how people will perceive you. It's going to even determine how people will relate with you. See, principles may fade, but stories will stick. People remember stories more than they remember principles. Yes, I know you are a principled man. Yes, I know you are a principled woman. But what stories are people listening or hearing about you? They will remember those stories more than all the things you said you stood for, than all the things you want to be known for, if you refuse to communicate your own story yourself. Personal stories have the power to attract people to you. It has the power to leave a lasting impact in people's life. Your story is your greatest asset. How you tell it is your greatest weapon. Your story is your greatest asset, and how you tell it is your greatest weapon. Your story is the thing that will set you apart from other people. You want people to remember you, then tell your story. You don't hide your story. No matter how embarrassing you think your story is, you don't hide your stories. You tell your stories. You give your history, give account of your own history, or else people will create a narrative about you that might not be true, but you might not even be here to either discount it or affirm it. So it's now important for you to create a personal narrative for yourself. Make sure it's true, but make sure you are the one that is telling your own story. Another thing is, people connect with authenticity. And authenticity is the hallmark of any good story. Your story will resonate with people when they feel that it is authentic. See, no matter how you lie and craft some narrative about yourself, people can smell it. People can feel your energy. People can know maybe your story is true. Do you understand me? So you want to connect with people this week, be an authentic person. Tell your story to someone. You might help them. They might be going through something that you've went through before. Do not hide it. Do not hide your scars. Those are the badge of honor that you survived, that you did not die. Share it with people. Use it to help other people come out of their mess. Use it to encourage other people. Authenticity is going to be very important. Tell your story authentically. Do you understand me? Do not hide under the mindset that, oh, they will laugh at me. Let them laugh. But not all of them will laugh. People that will use your story to change their lives will not laugh. Do you understand me? And also, you inspire other people through the shared experience. Like I said before, when you share your story with people, you are telling them, see, this is what I've experienced. And then people will say, oh, if he can go through this, that means I also can go through this. If she can go through this, that means I also can go through this. We inspire other people through the experience that we share via our story. And I want you to go this week and be the author of your own story. How did you want to finish this week? That's another story that is yet to be told. Do you understand me? That is exactly what I want you to do now. Today, create the story you want this week to tell. Create the story that you want this week to tell, so that when you get to next week, the story you will be talking about this week will be something that you personally you create yourself. So you be the author of your own story. Do not allow other people to write your story on there. They will put their own thing, they will put their own mind, they will put their own innuendos, they will put their own truth there, and that might not be your real story. So be the author of your own story. Go this week and create the life that you will be proud of. Thank you, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye for now.